Hey everyone, welcome back. This week's video, we are going to take a break from the homemaking and spend most of our time out in the barn and with the horses. It's going to be very raw and authentic as we say goodbye. Say goodbye to our old pony Earl. I briefly touched on his situation in a different video earlier this summer, which I will link below in the descriptions. So come along as we spend our final day with him. Oh my goodness. Woo. So come along as we enjoy our final day with him and find joy in the days to come with all of our other animals and our family. Earl came into our family about 15 years ago. He was one of those situations where a family's children outgrew him and they were just looking to pass him along to another family with kids. If you're a horse person, you know that could have gone either way very quickly, but we were blessed with the best pony that ever walked the earth. I always like to say that Earl was just naughty enough to make my kids work hard for their horsemanship skills, but just good enough to never hurt them. It's hard to believe how fast these 15 years have gone by with him. This final day with him was incredibly difficult, but we also had so much peace knowing that we were choosing the right thing for him so he wouldn't have to suffer through another Michigan winter. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 says, "For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die." Eve and I spent a lot of time just grooming him and loving on him. Proverbs 12:10 says, "A righteous man has regard for the life of his animals." Genesis 1 verse 26. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heaven, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." We know from Scripture that God takes the care of His creation very, very seriously. Therefore, we do too. Despite my tears, there were still many moments of laughter at the other horses' silly antics. I did take some scissors later in the day and snipped off some of his mane and tail so we could have keepsake jewelry made. Earl actually didn't love grooming sessions overly much, but he was such a good sport. As for me, I just didn't want it to end. Earl had been living on MASH diet only for the past 4 years. Due to his age and the condition of his teeth, he's unable to eat any hay. Making and feeding his last MASH was so hard. We were so thankful it was such a beautiful, warm, and sunny day. We knew that Earl would never feel the coldness of winter again. Earl had one last very important job to do before he passed away. He gave my granddaughter Amelia her very first ride. What an honor to see my daughters and my granddaughter enjoy this special, special moment. Thanks, Earl, bud. We all know that Earl would want us to keep being happy and finding joy in life, and that's exactly what we've been trying to do. There's so much fun and peace. Well, maybe not peace with Eve's drumming, but you know what I mean, out in the barn. The first 24 hours were pretty rough. Sassy was very much missing her buddy, but we were able to move Sparkles in with her, and it's worked out perfect. She was much more peaceful having a new buddy in there with her. Even though she's still grieving, each day she gets happier and happier. There's definitely been some major changes in the barnyard, but we are so thankful for the peaceful transitions, as hard as they are. Eve seems to be spending a lot more time out there. She's filled up the treat balls for the horses to play with, and it's been so good to see Sassy pushing that ball around, waiting for the treats to fall out. There's something about a little girl's sweet voice that just seems to soothe the entire herd. Seeing Sassy out grazing with another horse after being with Earl for 15 years sure has taken some adjusting, but I'm thankful at how well it's gone. A piece of advice from the equine professionals in my life was to just keep going, business as usual. So a few days later, Abigail and I decided to tack up Sassy and Sterling and head out on a little trail ride. It seemed like it was exactly what Sassy needed, just to get out with her old buddy Sterling and enjoy the woods and trails. We all had such a fun time. We saw so many deer and just laughed and laughed. It was absolutely refreshing and healing to our sad souls. Psalm 30, verse 5, "Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy comes with the morning." There's just nothing like time in nature with horses and a mother-daughter trail ride to help bring that joy back. Nature was surely starting to show signs of changing seasons. And with the changing of seasons outside, the time came to close the door on our season with Earl. But I hope you can enjoy all these beautiful memories of the blessed season it was. Thanks for watching and sharing in this very special piece of my life.